morning. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Oh.
And welcome to Architects of Lore, the one and only weekly podcast for two bashful cousins.
I think we already used bashful. You're all over the place.
Banal cousins. You're a fucking
word.
Yeah, it is. Banal. We're obtuse. We have no originality. We're nothing. We're banal. Sit around, discuss the age-old art of storytelling. I'm your host, Zach. That's exclusively only my cousin Devin, who's recently been demoted.
Really,
Devin,
with
how
that
are you
attitude
doing
right
tonight?
now, with your energy levels and the amount of pausing I already have to take out of your whole thing.
You know what? No, don't take out that part. That should have the pauses. The audience should know where I'm starting, and then we'll see where I end. Let's see my hero's journey throughout this podcast.
Do it for the audience.
I'm starting real low today, folks. Real low. And let's see where I end up. Do I end up in the same place? Do I go lower? Or do I rise to the occasion?
I hope not, because we're about 2 minutes into the podcast, and I'm struggling.
What are you struggling with? I have to deal with this with you all the time. You're a fucking diva with your emotions. No, you're not.
I am
half
always
the time we end
mood.
the podcast and you're like, I had a headache, and I'm like, yeah, I could tell because you had no energy.
What, do you got a headache right now?
No, I don't. Well, maybe from the constant buzzing. Well, good morning, folks. Good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to Architects of Lore, the one and only weekly podcast where two banal cousins sit around and discuss the age-old art of storytelling. And at the end, we're going to dare to create something of our own. I'm your host, Zach. That's my cousin, Devin. Fuck you, Devin. You're not a co-host anymore because you pissed me off. Devin, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. So am I just cutting that other part?
No,
hey,
folks,
I mean,
I'd leave it in the whole thing.
The whole thing?
Whole thing. Start the show like that.
Wow.
But how are you doing tonight, Devin?
I'm doing all right. I mean, I will tell you, this shoulder, a lot of pain. I had to help a friend move, and I was, just out of my shoulder. And it really went from 0 to 100 of no shoulder working out to a lot. And I'm feeling
it. Pain or soreness? Like, did you pinch something, or is it sore because your muscles are growing? Did you have a protein shake afterwards?
No, I went to the driving range.
Then you just
dehydrated myself.
You wasted your fucking workout. You gotta have a protein shake right afterwards.
I dehydrated. No, I'm pretty sure that's a lie that big protein tells you about.
Not at all.
Oh yeah,
you gotta make sure you get your protein in. What you do is you put a little whey protein in there, and then you take some milk, and you put the milk in there too. You shake it all up. Tastes just like a vanilla shake. That's 36 grams of protein right into your body right after a workout. What you do is you also do like 2 teaspoons of creatine right before, mix it in water, pump that into you. That way you're real pumped, ready to go for the workout. Like, that's what you should have done before you hit your friend's house to go lifting all this stuff. Creatine.
You sound like the guy who would have bullied you in high school. What are you talking about right
Nobody
now?
bullied me in high school. Everybody
I don't know.
Me.
You're just like, you sounding real jack right now, and I thought you were so nerd, and you're over here being like, these glasses, do they even have prescription in those glasses?
People have multitudes, okay? I'm not exclusively a nerd. I'm not a super jack. I am working again on my glamour muscles, people. Don't worry. That's exclusively what I am. No functionality whatsoever. I want to not be able to turn my neck when I'm done because of how much muscles are up here. So that's all I'm really going for. That's not true. Perfect physique, Devin. What would you say it is? What would you go with? I've had this thought for a while. I check out men's bodies.
Real skater's body. I don't want to know why. We're not starting this podcast with talking about bodies. This is a movie podcast. What are we doing over here?
I'm in a weird
Get it together.
So let's roll.
Did you watch my Secret Invasion on my Disney Plus account?
I did, but you got it. I
thought you were doing the freaking Disney one.
I'm not letting you duck the question. What's your perfect physique?
I'm answering this question. It's a weird question.
Why not?
Because it's weird. With my perfect
any
physique?
sports body, what would you want? Are we talking Bills lineman, wide receiver? We talking LeBron James? We talking soccer player? Personally, I'm looking at soccer players. I'm like, that's the type of body I want. I want to rip off that shirt after a goal.
Out here checking out soccer.
Real shit. Yeah. Aren't you? See, we got to cut out that pause that Devin just did to get out of the conversation because he was so anxious about it and felt real uncertain that he had to take a long sip of Coke.
You're just over here trying to body shame me right now.
I'm not body shaming. I'm just asking you what your ideal body type is.
My ideal body type is saying that there's not an ideal body type. So in ipso facto, you're body shaming, buddy. You know what I mean?
I feel like that all was a politician's answer. That's
all
a politician's
body types are ideal. You know?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right. That's fine.
Everything's above board right now. Keeping it
I'm not saying which body type is better than the others. I'm talking about myself. What would I want for my body?
What is the definition of ideal, sir?
I'm talking about me. What would I want to look like? I don't want to look like a huge muscle builder. No offense to muscle builders. I would like to
stop body shaming muscle builder.
All right, you took it in a weird direction.
I took it in a weird direction.
Yeah, 100%.
You looked me in the eyes and said, "What kind of body do you want? What are you talking about, bud?"
And some people want to get rid of the banter, folks. I don't understand it. Devin, have you seen Secret Invasion? I watched it last night.
You watched it because it was already watched when I went to go watch it.
I didn't watch it on your profile.
Someone did.
It wasn't me. I have my own profile. We talked about it. I have a secret.
I know. That's why I was so confused. I was like, who watched this?
Maybe Lauren popped on there.
I don't know. Going to Disneyland. I got my tickets next month.
Disneyland.
July something.
Oh, yeah. You're going with Tori.
Tori and her baby and her boyfriend. Her baby daddy. I don't know the term that she uses, but we'll find out, you know?
Yeah, why don't you get to the bottom of that?
Yeah. But we got a park.
I would say significant other.
Oh yeah, that probably might be right. But we got a park hopper pass starting at Disneyland, and we're going
over to California Adventure.
We got the Genie Plus. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's $25 extra. So
I had to go for it. Actually, you know what I want?
Fast pass system. I really got to look into it. I want to plan my food. I want to plan my day. I want to be there from opening to closing and have a terrific Disney day.
Yeah, that's the thing about you that I despise. Is that you're just like, I'm gonna go to Disney for like 2 hours max.
2 hours?
Like, we're there for 16 hours.
You have with the prices I'm paying to go there, I'm going the entire time it's open.
But there's so many people.
Close to $300.
Remember we were in that line for that fucking Millennium Falcon ride or whatever it was? We were in that line for like 45 minutes. There's people all around.
45 minutes. That's not even that long, man.
I know, but then they're talking about their excitement for the ride and their lives, and I'm just standing there and I'm like, why are these people here? Okay, I should be able to be rich enough to pay out for this park and I go on whatever I want.
Oh yeah, you gonna get a VIP tour? Go in the back. Got a couple grand. Use that money instead of the PC. You just take Architects Allure on a VIP tour to Disneyland.
We don't got Disneyland money. We're barely scratching at Norway money.
I know. We're right into that.
No, but actually, I do want to give a belated thank you to, I believe, Lauren and Tori. Maybe it was mostly Tori. I don't remember. Whenever we went on Disney and they just planned the whole thing for me, and it was just like, Zach, just do this. I'm like, yeah. Great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was just Tori.
Yeah. Well, appreciate it, Tori. Like the whole
that was
organizing.
Back when you could just show up and get a ticket. Now it's like
you can't do that anymore?
No, you gotta like make a reservation and get a ticket. And
I don't think we did that when we went the second time. Just you and me. I think we just showed up.
Yeah, well, that was pre-COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I haven't been out to the West Coast since before COVID.
No, you have not.
I haven't seen the blue Pacific Ocean.
I haven't seen it in a while either.
I hope the Pacific is as blue as I see in my dreams, Devin.
Maybe. I'm going golfing tomorrow.
You gonna shoot it? You gonna shoot 102?
No, because we're going to that par 60 course. So I'm going for another 80.
I think you could get to 75.
Okay.
I think you could do it.
I think I could do it too. I'm excited. I realized that we went to the putting range, and you know that
I don't think it's called the putting range.
But putting green.
Yeah.
Well, I was doing full swings on that baby.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense why we're getting screamed at to leave.
Yeah.
No, you know, a Pro V1's a pretty good golf ball.
Yeah, they're very expensive.
I have one in my bag somehow, and I like took out like 4 different types of balls, and I gotta say that Pro V1 is smooth on the green.
Go to your local Dick's, buy 2 full things of Callaway Diablo balls. They're $25 a piece, and you'll have 24 balls that'll last you the rest of the season. They're perfectly fine balls. Go use that.
Do they feel like Pro V1s?
No, but not a lot of things.
I want
like
the feel of a Pro V1. Well,
you get Vice balls.
Titleist...
You get Vice Pros. That's what I use. That's basically
I like comparable the Titleist to a Pro True V1. Feel after that, and they weren't as expensive as Pro V1s.
All right,
but the True Feel did feel really good to putt with. The Noodle, not so much. This Callaway Super Soft, not a fan.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Sometimes you just gotta buy a sleeve of nudes just to make sure you have some in your bag, especially this Canyon course. You're losing a lot of balls, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I saw an Instagram post and I thought of you, not for the context, so don't get all offended. But it said, if you pick a friend to go golf 18 with, and if they shoot over 100, you get $5 million. Who would you bring?
Yeah, I'd probably bring myself on that one. Yeah. I was thinking that I'd bring Ryan too. Who I
wouldn't bring you because I feel like either it would just be a day where you're playing better, or I would tell you and you would get under 100 out of spite.
Yeah, like, I might spite you to 99.
Yeah.
I was talking to Ryan, you know, our #1 fan / hater.
I forgot to respond to his text message. I think he's like right 3 behind. It was right, but it was like 3 episodes.
Yeah, ago. And now I guess he's listening to them at 1.5 speed to try and catch up. So nice.
Well, Ryan, appreciate you getting back into it. I understand sometimes life gets in the way, and then the feeling of the episodes keep piling on. It feels overwhelming. That happens to me with Critical Role a lot. So I appreciate you pushing through and getting back to current. So can't wait to have you back as our #1 fan / hater, Ryan.
We'll see when you listen to this. Let us know the date.
But before we move on, I got a fucking bone to pick with you, you son of a bitch.
Me?
Yeah.
What I do?
Listen, folks. I tell Devin one thing. I say, Devin,
the podcast is on time.
There's only one graphic on the podcast that I like, that I think slaps. And it's the Loreless graphic. And Devin goes to me, he's like, yeah, my video wasn't rendering, or like it wouldn't open for the last one. So I just made it again. It's probably the same. I'm like, all right, if there's one fucking thing different about it, I'm going to yell at you. He's like, no. It's definitely 100% the same graphic. So
that's not the same graphic.
I go on, I look at it, and this is what I'm fucking, my eyeballs are hitting. Look at this dull fucking yellowed small fucking graphic.
Okay, the Loreless, yeah.
Look at that. And you're like, okay, all right. What are you talking about, Zach? That's not that bad. Wrong. It's fucking trash. Because look at what it compares to.
It's almost the same thing.
This is genius.
It's like the episode of Parks and Rec where Tom is just like, I need that painting again. It's so good.
But Devin took this away from me. And you know what he says after I point this out to him? He's like, oh, yeah. I probably could have just watched the YouTube video to see what it looks like.
Forgot.
So when you edit this one.
Well, where's your art there, bud?
I told you, I got a month.
Okay, but you're not doing, are you liking anything on social media? Did you see the one comment that we had on Spotify?
We have a comment on Spotify?
Wow, look at this guy's not taking his social media managing seriously.
I didn't even know Spotify had comments.
Apparently so, because my mom responded, I don't think I'd ever watch this movie. It sounds too violent.
That's fair.
I think it was about make him laugh.
There wasn't even that much violence in that one. We didn't murder anybody.
Beat someone with socks. Or maybe she's talking about Shawshank. I don't know. Maybe she thinks Shawshank might be too violent.
I mean, we did have the scene about beating somebody mercilessly with like pennies and socks. And I did really want all of the clowns to have shivs in their boots.
You did.
Because they're ready to fight. And then later on, they fight some mimes. And I always imagined that there was a couple stabbings in that fight. So make them laugh. I guess
it was violence.
Make them laugh. But here we are, folks, again. It's time for the movie game. Movie game. Make sure you use the show. And are you gonna fucking ask me my question or what?
I didn't know if you were done with your little song there. A magic hat infused a worth. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try this again. We'll start over from the top.
From the top.
I'm gonna take a deep breath.
You got this. This is not magic 11th grade English class where you got to read in front of it. You got this.
A magic hat infused a worthless pile of snow with life, and it is raised by Ma and Pa Kent before slapping on the super spandex.
Okay. So the second one's definitely a Superman movie.
Mm-hmm.
But what?
A hat.
It's about Frosty. Okay. Or it would be better. I don't think it's this because I don't think it fits. But do you remember that movie Jack Frost?
Michael horrible Keaton? Movie.
Great. No, it wasn't Michael Keaton. It was. Was it Michael Keaton?
It's the guy who plays Vulture in the new Batman movies.
Yeah, that's Michael Keaton. Vulture is not in Batman. Your nerd cred just went way down.
I meant Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Anyways, you're gonna give me an answer. What?
Why are you always coming at me? You started out this show so down, like with no energy. It's Frosty the Snowman of Steel.
There it is. I feel like you were vamping because you didn't know.
You'll never know. Maybe I knew it immediately. Maybe I just got it. Marky Mark and The Rock get swole and kidnap area businessman. This and more from your Channel 4 news team. Stay classy, San Diego.
Okay, Anchorman.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Pain and Gain. How do they fit together?
It's a fucking terrible movie.
Pain and Gankerman? The Legend of Ron Burgundy?
Yeah, absolutely.
I went to trivia last night and they actually were doing a couple of these, and I got some good ones.
That's because I've been training you. I've been training you in this art.
Ready Player One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That's a good one.
Dirty Dancing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Were they doing the movie game?
I feel like I wanted to go ask him. He's like, before and after, but I wanted to go up at him and be like, are these the movie game?
Are you just doing the movie game?
Yeah.
All righty. Well, good job, Devin.
After too many heroin-fueled close calls and some toilet diving, a man ditches the needles and joins a group of men addicted to hunting Nazis.
Second one's Inglourious Bastards.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one can't be Requiem for a Dream.
No.
Read it again for me.
After too many heroin-fueled close calls and some toilet diving, a man ditches the needles. You want the alt title?
First, just give me the year.
1996.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Is it a British movie?
I don't know.
Do you know this movie?
I've heard of it.
You've
I've never
heard of
seen it. Choo Choo Watching is the clue. Alt title.
Choo Choo Watching.
Choo Choo Watching.
No, that's not it. Fuck.
Choo, 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 choo,
I thought it was
choo.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, but that's not it.
No.
Oh, it's Train Spotting Glorious Bastards.
Yep, there you go. Train Spotting Inglorious Bastards.
I was like, it's not Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. That doesn't work either. All right, Devin, here we go. That's pretty funny. You totally switched visages with that criminal guy, but I believe you have my stapler.
Office Space is the second one. Visages with that criminal guy.
You totally
Space
switched
Office
faces.
Space.
That is it.
Did
you get my Nicolas Cage impression in the beginning and then my
No.
Milton impression at the end? I
No, I
seamlessly switched between the two of them, and I feel like you should have noticed and said something.
Wow.
I'm very talented. Say it. Say it for the camera. Say that I'm very talented. Thank you.
Very talented.
Thank you.
So why don't you use that talent to read the audience question? Because I read it last week.
All right, audience members. First of all, I do want
to read it twice and give us the kids at the
But
end.
I want to say, hey, I appreciate the audience participation. I've been getting guesses, and that's nice to hear. People listening. Again, some people wish that this segment didn't exist, and those people will be dealt with accordingly.
Your negativity is draining me right now. So
what negativity? What negativity?
You just said those people will be dealt with. I don't know what mafiosa type dealings is happening right now.
Oh, just that we're gonna make the other parts super great. Here we go, people. The audience participation movie game. Remember, you can text us, I guess, or tweet at us, or you actually know what? You can hit us up at architectsalore@gmail.com, your guest. But here we go. Roxy Hart's jazzy murder lust for theatrical fame summons a motorcycle riding hothead who chain whips up some night justice. That again, folks, is for your clue for their week's movie game question is Roxy Hart's jazzy murder lust for theatrical fame summons a motorcycle riding hothead who chain whips up some night justice. Hint number 1. It says in parentheses, sing it, so. All that jazz. It said to sing it, Devin.
Okay.
Hint number 2. Johnny Blaze be his name.
Be his name. All right, that's your clue, folks. Let us know. Hit us up on that artwork on Instagram at Architects of Lore.
At the end of the month.
Yeah. I think
Devin, did you know it? Did you know it?
I
knew it. I knew it.
I think I do. Well, you read it.
Yeah, that's true. I did. But I knew it before I saw the answer.
Okay. So now it's time
for the movie. You know, we already did that part.
For studying the blueprint. All right. Castaway. And literally, here's the rundown. He's cast away on an island. I mean, Tom Hanks, it works for FedEx and is obsessed with time. And time is money. Money is power. Blah, 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 blah.
Power is pizza.
To Russia. Definitely makes a kid work when he's 12 years old. Goes home. We meet his family. Then he gets stranded on goes in a plane crash and is on an island. Hurts his hand. Will try to make fire. Slaps it on a volleyball. Boom. Now he's got his best friend, Wilson. And he's there for a little bit. And he tries to escape. And he does. He's picked up by a big tanker. But he loses Wilson. And then he goes home to find out his ex-girlfriend is now married and has a kid with the dentist that he wanted to go see because he had a sore tooth, but didn't have time to go. But he goes and visits the one lady whose package he never opened that always gave him hope. And then he's at the end of the road, and we're not sure what way he's going to go, but I have a feeling he's going back to that lady. Castaway.
That is your most succinct fucking rundown yet.
I know. I mean, it's basically like he's literally in a plane crash and then on an island. Like, there's not much to it, folks.
Wait, talk. I just lost you.
I said that he's on an island after a plane crash. Not much to it. Like,
it's true. By not much to it, you mean it was a struggle between man versus nature to survive.
I'm not saying it's not like there's not like a movie.
Devin hated this movie.
I hated rewatching this movie. I will tell you that, because the first time you're like, oh my God, Castaway. Wow. Look at the transformation Tom Hanks did. This is fantastic. And then you're like, I saw it. Yeah. Yep. Oh, okay. This is where he hurts his hand. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is where he goes up to the hill to get more rope because he tried to kill himself, but he like had to test it out first. Got it. Okay. And this is where he loses Wilson. All right. Seen it. And there's a lot of just like him, you know? It's a slow movie.
It's true. It is a slow movie.
Did not pass the phone test, I'll tell you right now.
No, it didn't for me either. And I'm trying not to judge it so much on that because I feel like the first time I watched it, I was like, yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah.
It's a hard
but I
movie.
Purposely didn't do anything up here because I know it's not last.
Yeah.
But I don't know where it goes.
Before we even get to that, let's actually get into the movie. Like, so you said it is man versus nature, man versus self, because it's its head, you know, right? Visual gags for the podcast.
How quickly would you start talking to an inanimate object?
What?
How quickly would you start talking to an inanimate object?
I already do, and I live in a house.
Yeah. You know I feel like that's probably like day one, maybe day two for me.
All right, I need a buddy.
Yeah.
Coconut, what are you going to do?
Coconut, squirrel, something. Well, that's not inanimate. A rock.
Literally a 2.5 hour product placement for FedEx.
I told you, this movie put FedEx on the map. Nobody knew FedEx before Castaway. No, I mean, as I was watching it again, I was trying to think of like, okay, put yourself in that if you're watching this for the first time. It's like, okay, this is a legit struggle for him to survive. And I'm thinking to myself, would I survive? Probably not.
What if, Let's just be honest. My glasses broke, I'm probably done for, you know?
Same. I have glasses. Yeah. I'm fucked.
But if I got LASIK,
exactly,
I might be all right.
And I'm going like, okay, it's 2000. This is a pretty sick fucking plane crash for 2000. Like, it seems like it's one continuous shot. We know it's not. But it's like, oh my God, what? Then he hits the water and then it explodes. And he's pulled out. And then he's just on, like, there's a lot of darkness in this movie and just the water behind it and like huge fucking waves. And I'm just like, fuck Christ. Like, I'd be scared to shit. Like, this is legit terrifying. And then
the ocean is nothing to mess with.
No. And then the island scenes. I was thinking the whole time on the island, I'm just like, I'd definitely not survive this.
Yeah, I mean,
although that was a sick transition for when he knocks out his tooth and he falls down, and then it's just a fish, and then spear. And you're like, oh, he's probably standing right there. It's probably like the next day. Well, it's not. They say 4 years later. It's like, oh, he's probably just standing right there, and then he's like fucking 30 yards back on the rock.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was a good throw.
And that was the transformation that everyone was like, oh shit, look at what Tom Hanks did.
Apparently they halted production for a year. Like, he shot the fat scenes first.
Yeah, that makes sense. He had time to lose weight and grow out his hair.
Would you have done that? I feel like it's easier to put on weight and then shave your head. So wouldn't you have started skinny and then ended chubby?
I don't know, because I think maybe he wanted to be skinny going into whatever next project.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like
fair.
Tom
That's
Hanks
fair.
thinks about what his body needs to be for the next one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tom Hanks, great actor. He's definitely an everyman. He is your normal guy, you know?
There is, yeah, there. I mean, there is a thing that I noticed about this film. Like, did you ever see the movie Passengers with Chris Pratt?
No.
So, Passengers is stars Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence, and for like, I don't know, maybe half the movie, maybe not half, but
Oh, is that
almost
the
half the
one where he
movie.
like wakes her up or something? And
Yeah,
then they like
yeah, he's on a
both
spaceship.
are gonna die because he woke her up.
Yeah, like for the first half of that movie ish, that it's just Chris Pratt. It's not super engaging, and then when you get Jennifer Lawrence in the story, kind of picks up, and you're okay. And then I realized that while watching this, like, damn, Tom Hanks is a good actor because I'm not bored watching just him act off a fucking goddamn volleyball.
Yeah, it's just him out there. And he's killing it.
He's doing great. That whole scene where he goes, I have made fire. Look at me.
Yeah.
Like I was like, that's I would never do I would do that 100%. If I was trapped on an island and I just made fire, I'd be like, look at me. I have made fire.
I feel like he could have got more rope off that island. Like, really? All the rope, you know? And I did like that they had, the packages that gave them kind of some essentials, right?
Videotape.
Yeah. But that the ocean is a gross, there's a lot of dirt. I'm sure there's a lot more that would have washed up on that desert island. You know what I mean?
Well, what they say is like he was like 100 miles from the Cook Islands or something like that. Is that like
Can't
that?
remember
The end is where Helen Hunt's character says like, "This is where they were looking for you, and this is where you
Yeah.
actually were." So yeah, I mean, I guess my point is while watching this movie, it was just like I did feel it. I did root for him, obviously, even though I know he gets off the island. And I thought they went several ways where they did it right, where they could have went it wrong. Like not showing him doing the testing and then just alluding to it and then showing him get the rope, but still not fully explaining it until the very end where he delivers that iconic line to his friend about the sun rising. Like that was very well done. Um, because Devin, you gotta keep breathing, gotta keep living.
Yeah, but it's like once you've seen the movie, like, do you regret your choice? Do you think you wasted a choice on Castaway? I want to know right now.
No, because I feel like the audience needed to see it.
Oh yeah, because no one fucking saw Castaway.
How many people in the audience didn't watch Shawshank Redemption?
That wasn't a huge movie.
Yeah, but that's the number 2 on the lore list right now.
Yeah, but Castaway was huge. Everyone saw Castaway. Everyone's like, "Have you seen Castaway?" Oh my god, Castaway. This is 2000. We were getting like a movie like once a week instead of once a day, So this was big news.
I don't regret it because it did make me feel hopeful at the end.
Why?
Okay. Because that line. Sometimes you forget the lines at the end and how powerful they can be. But tomorrow the sun will rise and you never know what the tide will bring in.
That's right. Everyone forgot. They had a funeral. What'd you put in the casket? I don't know.
There was some Elvis CDs in there. Some noodle balls.
Not you didn't even spend Pro V1, bro?
Yeah, actually, that's a good question, Devin. If I disappeared and you had to have a funeral for me, what object would you put in a casket for me?
I don't know, probably a DVD copy of Paddington 2, you freak.
That's actually appropriate. I wouldn't mind that. I'd be like, you know what? Okay. Fair enough. Clearly, I would obviously put in Surf Ninjas in your casket.
Of course, you have to.
Of course. But then I would 100% put in a Bills hat. Flat brim. Just bought. Brand new. No crease whatsoever. And it's in there.
Gotta take the stickers off though. We're not in the early 2000s anymore.
All right, okay. I needed to know that just in case. Obviously, knock on wood. God forbid nothing ever happens. I see your Beast of the East shirt on that you're trying to definitely show to the camera right now. What year is that?
Everyone's even on this team anymore.
Is that Von Miller? He's definitely not on the team anymore.
What do you mean Von Miller's not on the team anymore?
Von Miller's not on the Bills anymore, is he?
Signed up for a 5-year contract, bro.
Von Miller?
Yeah.
I thought he retired.
No.
Isn't he like 38 years old?
Yeah, and he's hurt.
And they signed him for 5 years?
Yeah, for like $50 or $60 million.
Ooh, rough.
Yeah. He's 34.
I'm talking about him as he's some old ass bitch, and I'm 2 years old.
Yeah.
He's very successful. He's a very good football player. It also seems like probably a nice guy. It's good luck, Vaughn. Hope you come back healthy. Help the Bills win the Super Bowl this year. It's definitely going to happen. Hey, Super Bowl champion 2024, Buffalo Bills.
All right, folks. All right,
Devin. What was your favorite part?
I don't know. I guess when he fucking makes Wilson. Got some funny times with Wilson, I guess. Him and Wilson kicking the shit. I don't know. This is a weird movie. You're like, what's your favorite part? When everyone died, when everyone forgot about him. I think it was cool when he saw the whale out there when he was out on the.
That was bad CGI.
Yeah, but like, imagine a whale.
That was really bad CGI, and that was like unnecessary to the story.
What do you mean? The whale pushed him in the right direction?
No, it didn't.
Woke him up.
Yeah, but the whale didn't wake him up when the ship was going by.
Yeah, but like, he's a whale, man. It's a cool part. He's a part of the ocean, you know. What was your favorite part of the movie?
His speech, obviously, to his friend when he's having a drink after he let go of his ex. And, he tells him that he's just going to keep living because doesn't know what tomorrow's going to bring.
And he goes to a random woman's house in the middle of Texas.
And she turns out to be a now single hottie. And
hey,
who knows what will happen? Maybe nothing because it's a little creepy.
I think he takes her to dinner.
Let's game this out. What do you think happens on their date?
So what happened the last 4 years?
What you been up to? What are your hobbies? Well, I like to spearfish now. Big into
how do you
volleyball.
go back to just normal after being like, you'd have to like go live off the grid, right?
She lives in Texas, like very far away from everything. So,
it's not a tropical island. I feel like you would have to move down to like DR.
Or, but does he want that? Maybe he doesn't want to be near water anymore, Been around it for so long.
Think he's going on a plane?
No.
I mean, he did to come home.
I mean, he drove from Memphis down to the middle of Texas. That's probably like a 13, 14-hour drive.
Maybe more, but yeah.
Depending on where it is in Texas. I think he takes her out for a nice steak dinner. Dude, actually, I had this thought. When they have the party bringing him back and he's at the airport and then he fucking picks up like the crab legs and like the sushi and everything like that. Didn't that feel like a little insensitive? I was like, well, let's give you all this seafood that you definitely had to eat for 4 years exclusively instead of, like hamburgers or steaks or chicken.
Like, give me a goddamn Big Mac and some fucking chicken nuggets,
Yeah. Like that actually.
What's your first meal after you're done? What's your
Taco Bell?
Taco Bell? Really?
100%. I'm like, the only way I'm going to get back into eating like an American again is just full bore. First meal back, Taco Bell.
I think steak and potatoes and broccoli. Because that's like one of my favorite meals. It's just like a good steak with some really nice mashed potatoes and some broccoli.
That was one of the most
fish and fruit, right?
I know. Then he's looking good. I mean, I'm a big taco guy. But it was one of the most realistic parts of Iron Man, where he comes back from the dead and he's like, what do you want to do? It's like, I want a press conference and a cheeseburger. Cheeseburger first.
Well, there was also a reference to Robert Downey Jr. taking a bite of a cheeseburger and it didn't taste good, so he threw all of his cocaine in the ocean.
It must have been one shitty ass cheeseburger.
Yeah. He like ate a cheeseburger and he couldn't taste anything. And he's like, this is stupid.
What am I fucking doing with my
life? Chucked all his cocaine in the ocean.
The power of cheeseburgers, folks. But Davin, it's time to answer the question.
Where does this fall? On the
lower list.
Old graphic petting.
All right, so I'm gonna go not last.
Not last.
Definitely not first.
When it comes to movies about islands, we have Surf Ninja up there. It's
objectively better than Surf Ninjas.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through the part where is it better than Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle?
I don't know because it's like it probably is.
Yeah, we can't do our time-old classic of like you got a date. What movie you putting on? You're not putting on Castaway.
No, I don't even know if I'm ever watching this movie ever again.
Probably never. Never.
But is it a good movie? Yes, it's just
it's a good movie. I don't want to watch Schindler's List again. So don't fucking make me. Don't, you son of a bitch. It's a survival movie, and you're gonna fucking make me watch Schindler's List.
I don't think so. I still have yet to decide. We have some time for that.
I guess it kind of depends on if it's on Tubi or not, right?
Fucking Tubi.
All right. Is it better than... We're going to go with yes. It's better than Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah.
Is it better than The Mummy? Yes. Is it better than Always Be My Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Tom Hanks. You got to understand, Tom Hanks was phenomenal.
He is great in this.
Like I'm thinking,
is there a bad Tom Hanks movie?
You have to be in the top quadrant for this point.
Is there a bad Tom Hanks movie?
I don't know. A Man Named Otto didn't get like that great of reviews, did it?
I haven't watched it yet. It's on Netflix. Maybe I'll watch it.
But then Tom Hanks.
Is it better than Mulan?
I could rewatch Captain Phillips either because you kind of get it, right? You know, like
never saw that one.
You never saw it? I'm the Captain Now. Everyone was saying that.
I saw the meme. Is it better than Mulan?
Probably, yeah.
You look like fucking Robert De Niro right now. Yeah.
Probably.
All right. If it's better than Mulan, then it's better than Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and it's better than The Matrix.
So we're saying Castaway is better than The Matrix? We have Mulan above those.
It's hard not better than Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
No.
And it's not better than Groundhog's Day because obviously those are above it. We'll do a re-ranking at the end of the study.
Obviously, Mulan is better than The Matrix right now?
No, Mulan's farther down than The Matrix. So Mulan, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, The Matrix in ascending order.
Okay, because I don't think this is better than The Matrix.
So you think it's right above Captain America, The Winter Soldier, but below The Matrix? So it'll sit number 7 on the lower list.
I feel. What do you think? I mean,
like 7. I feel like
it's pretty low.
Part of me feels like I have to put it above Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with that gut feeling, but I don't think it's better than The Matrix. So it's number 7 on the lower list. I'm not gonna do it now because it'll take about 5 minutes to move everything, but that's where it is.
Figure that out later. And I'm sure the social media manager will post a refresh picture of the current lower list.
I don't even have the password to anything, so
how are you gonna do the art then if you don't have the password?
I don't know. We're gonna figure it out in like 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh. It's all on the Google Doc. You didn't know it.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, folks. Now it's time where we put our money where our mouth is and build the lore. I'm gonna get it. I'm really pushing that build the lore segment instead of the Writer Zoom.
The Writer Zoom is objectively a funny, punny segment.
Yeah, but
you just want to build the lore.
It's a pun.
Why don't we fucking say that we're diving into the archives then instead of studying the blueprints? Yeah, that's actually better. Maybe we change it to diving into the archives.
Well, the blueprints feels architect. What are the archives? But like archives, diving into the archives does feel like.
Should we just change our whole format, or at least the title sequences?
We might have to.
Yeah,
we'll figure. Tune in next week.
Dive into the archives.
New titles.
Build the lore
in the Writer Zoom. All right. So for my serious movie that we will not be doing, we have a man survive. I've literally just like thinking of movie ideas, and I'm like, oh, that's a movie. I was like, a man surviving an alien invasion with his family, A Quiet Place. Okay. Or what's that?
The Day After Tomorrow. No, that's Jake Gyllenhaal surviving.
What's that other one? The M. Night Shyamalan, Swing for the Fences, you know? Science.
Yeah.
There's a man in Africa fighting against a lion. Damn, Beast. Have you seen that?
Beast? No.
Yeah, with Idris Elba.
Did you see the fucking new Craven trailer?
No.
Apparently they're taking every Spider-Man villain, giving them a movie, and turning them into an anti-hero. Instead of just letting villains be villains.
You know what? You should try to protect those animals. I think some of them have a good cause. But no, we got to come up with a good idea.
Craven's whole origin story is that he wants to hunt the deadliest game, Spider-Man.
Okay, so our serious movie is about a man who's surviving being the most deadliest catch, you know, or whatever that thing is. You know?
You mean like he's on an island getting hunted by billionaires?
Yeah.
So Get Out.
Okay, I'm saying this is the serious movie that we're not doing. So
Okay, we're not doing that. Yeah.
We gotta do a fun movie. We gotta make them laugh.
What if we do a movie that's hilarious in premise and in execution, and it's poor people getting hunted by billionaires?
I think it might be the other way around. Now it's like, you know, a second French Revolution, but it's just a world revolution. And now all the world's billionaires like Jeffy B are being hunted.
It's still super dark and a lot of murder.
Oh yeah, it's like a purge, but everyone just goes for the 1%ers. It's called skimming the 1%, and you just take out the whole billionaire class.
Actually, we could shift this a little bit. Why don't we do? It's a survival movie, but it's a comedy, and it's a friend surviving a night or a day or whatever, like an afternoon, where his other friends are hunting him with paintball guns, and if he survives or doesn't get shot in that allotted time, he wins something. I don't know. We'll have to set up stakes, but that way it's not like murder, but he's still getting hunted.
Did we have this idea already?
I don't think so.
Sounds a lot like a rangy Land of the Gods.
It does not sound like a rangy Land of the Gods.
It's not Room 666 right now.
No. Classic original ideas from Architects of Lore. Listen to previous episodes on your Spotify or Apple Podcast feed.
So it could be like fantasy football. He was the one who finished last, so now he has to get hunted. But if he survives, he can get first draft pick.
Okay. All right. Because then we can bring in like fantasy football trash talk. Then we're bringing in new audiences in there. And then this will probably spawn a lot of leagues actually doing this. Mm-hmm. And then we might get sued. So I like where this is going. Somebody's going to lose an eye.
Yeah.
Let's keep.
Yeah.
We could talk about that. You'll shoot your eye out, man.
This isn't a Christmas movie. Okay. So it's about summertime. And maybe these guys are like late 30s, early 40s. So they're like dads. And, you know.
But then they get like really into this, like Rambo, and then they have like fucking camouflage.
But I'm saying like we could cut back to like previous years of where people got like hit, right?
Yeah.
And it's like one guy could be literally coaching his son's little league team or soccer, and he like try to do it, and then he just sees a guy pop up with a paintball gun and just starts running and pushing little kids out of the way and just gets lit up. Or, you know, one of his friends is the referee, and he's like, "Oh, I got you." And he's like, "Did you go all the way through youth league referee school in order to do this?" Bet I did. Every Thursday night for the last 3 months, baby.
I'm getting that first pick. Because then maybe it's the person who shoots the person gets first pick. So it's either person survives or the person who hunts and gets them gets first pick.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this premise.
But you can have a shield.
We gotta have some
heart. It has to be a body shot.
It.
If you have a shield, like you can block it, right?
Yeah. We gotta have a little heart to it. So we gotta add something of like, why does this happen? Or maybe
didn't
something
they do that
along
hide and seek game that's based on a real story?
Yeah.
And then they're like, we got to put a little heart in it. So let's make one of these guys dying. And then they're like, no one was dying.
Yeah, I'm not saying somebody has to die.
I'm saying keep it light. What the fuck is the heart, Make
them
like laugh.
You never. Well, we still have to have emotion in the film.
Okay, his wife is trying to get pregnant, and at the end, they find out they're gonna have a baby. But oh no, the due date's the same day as the draft day, so they're doing the draft in the delivery room. Okay. Does that
That's good. But also, the wife should be in the league, and she's the one who shoots him. And she tells him that they're gonna have a boy. Boom! I get first pick.
They're all blue. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, there's heart right there. So our main character, this wife trying to get pregnant. They're talking about it. Hasn't happened yet. And he's like, and then they're talking about, it's that time of year. It's the weekend.
Like a year. Because if she's in the delivery room, we got to do 9 months back. Like.
Well, maybe she's like, okay, well, obviously I'm not gonna be much of a threat this year.
Because she's pregnant?
No. We can't do the delivery room scene. Well, okay, or we have to choose one. It's either they find out that he's having a boy or a girl at the end because his wife shoots him and gets first pick, or we have the delivery room scene. It's one or the other.
I mean, she could still not have told him the sex of the. My friend didn't find out until they had the baby what it was going to be. Not everyone has to figure it out right away.
I got that part. I was going to say, we're either telling him that they're pregnant or it's in the delivery room. But I think we can do the delivery room and she still shoots him in the delivery room.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
And then shoots him in the balls and is like, you did this to me, but we're having a boy. He looks down, it's all blue, and he's like, oh my God.
And the doctor's just like, where did you get a paintball gun?
I don't know if you could have that CO2 canister in here. We have an oxygen. This is going to get.
This baby is coming now. Yeah, and I'm drafting Christian McCaffrey. Put it on the board.
I like it. Okay, so let's work backwards a little bit. That's
the ending.
When is draft for normally?
Labor Day weekend.
Okay. So this could be like a summer thing. Do they get hit once? Do they get hit multiple times? Is it like a rally of how?
I feel like it's got to be like, it can't be too long, but we have to have multiple days because if we want to do the gags of like, oh, there was a soccer thing years prior, like, so maybe it's like the week before the draft.
But we could also do that in the opening number where we just do clips of. You're gonna get all that nose picking right on this video pod there, Boeheim. So
I'm doing this.
You're doing a Boeheim, like whatever you do.
It up there. I'm like itching the bottom of my nose.
Either way, I'm just like, is this guy coaching Syracuse basketball right now?
Couldn't do a worse job.
But you could do it in the beginning of a montage, and that's kind of where we tell the story, of like what's happening, who the characters are.
All right, so the set rules are whoever got last year is hunted by the rest of the league for the week leading up to the draft. If you get popped in the chest with a paintball gun, the person who shoots you gets the first pick of the draft. If you survive, you get the first pick of the draft as the player in last place.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the premise. Our characters
and like one guy,
are a couple in the league.
Yeah. And I think one of the past ones is like he booked someone like it's on a beach. And like, you thought going to the Bahamas was going to get you out of this? Delivering his drink is like, throws the drink and hits him.
It's like, I took a week vacation across the fucking world so that I'd get the first pick. And my friend showed up as a waiter and shot me.
Yeah, it gets intense. So how many people do we have on a football fantasy Normally 10 or 12.
We can either do 10 or 12.
I
So
do
it just
10.
depends on how many characters that we want to do.
Do 10. Keep it light.
Husband and wife, that's 2.
That's 2.
We could have another couple for 2 more teams. And then we could have so maybe most of these people are either friends from college or friends from high school. They're all one big group. Obviously, some of them
moved across countries and stuff.
Yeah. But the fantasy football league is what kept them all as like a strong friend group because they had something in common to always talk about. That's why they're still in each other's lives. And then they have this obvious competition every year to mercilessly shoot them up. And there should be like a scene.
Are all the movies this year gonna have in the middle?
Yeah.
Make them laugh. Shoot them up.
That's not a bad title. But there should be a scene where it's like a Discord or a group chat, and then it's just like as it like starts, he just gets pictures of like Rambo memes coming through, and it's just like the hunt is on. And then there should be a scene where one time he's like a red laser on his chest coming through like
I was thinking
fucking window or something.
You could have a red laser from like the window and shoots him up, but then it's a decoy, and he's like, "Where are you?" And then he comes on in like the ring system. He's like, "You think I was asleep in my own bed this week? You're fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy."
I got a fully equipped panic room now.
I'm $10,000 into this basement panic room right now.
All right. I mean, that's the basic premise. We don't need more than that. We don't need like a midpoint or anything at this point. But it's like, okay, premise of the story, group of friends, couple of them are married. Our main couple, the guy was last in his fantasy football league. His wife is very pregnant, about to give birth any moment. The week prior to their fantasy football draft, it's called The Hunt or Shoot 'em Up, whatever we want to call it.
No, The Hunt. The Hunt for first.
We already did The Hunt.
We did The Hunter. It's completely different.
Right. Definitely different.
Fantasy draft dodger. The most fantasy game. First pick.
First pick's not bad. It's all about first pick.
It's all about the first pick.
So title is Shoot 'em Up.
Mm-hmm. Shoot 'em up.
First pick.
Yeah. No, I don't think "Shoot 'em Up" is a good title just for the country we live in.
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's fair.
First pick works.
All right, man, we got there fast this week.
This one was easy.
This one just came.
Really
to us.
Stop trying to make a good movie.
Yeah, when we stop trying, it comes naturally.
Let's give this guy a fun name. Call him Ezekiel.
We're not calling him Ezekiel.
Well, then he's gonna be like Zeke. And they're like, why can't he be called Ezekiel?
All right.
It's a fun name.
Wait, that could be a fun joke. He's like, what are you gonna do, Zeke? You gonna draft your namesake again? No, obviously. That's why I'm in fucking last place. He's not even on a team right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta have some jokes in there. You know, like
jokes.
There was definitely times in my fantasy league in the past where I'm pretty sure people drafted the guy who shot himself in the leg like a week before the season started.
Plaxico Burress?
Yeah. No, I think there was another running back who was he's gonna be like a rookie running back who like accidentally shot himself in the leg too. Wasn't that a couple years ago?
I don't know about that. I know last year rookie running back got shot, but that was like a attempted robbery. Brian Robinson.
Maybe it was him too.
But he's fine now.
But then there was also, we're gonna pick up people who, pick up Tom Brady, and then announced his retirement a week later.
Mm-hmm. He'll come back. I'm gonna keep him on the bench just in case.
We've drafted Tom Brady first pick for the last 20 years. 1 year he didn't even play, bro.
And I've never gotten last.
Yeah, you gotta have the guy who's just happy that he's middle. He's like, I don't win, I don't lose, but I'm right there in the middle. That's sweet spot, baby. They call me sweet spot.
If you try to go for first, you might get last. But if you go for the middle, you get the middle.
Yeah. That's why I always go 6 running backs immediately.
Running back heavy.
Cool.
All right. Well, that's it, folks. That's our Architects Lore original idea, first pick, about a fantasy football league in which the last place player gets hunted for the week before the fantasy football draft by his league mates. And if he gets shot with a paintball gun, that person gets first place. You're above board. This is a survival tale. Man versus man. And his wife.
Well, like man is in mankind.
Yeah. Man versus mankind. Because he can't trust anybody.
Is this man versus mankind? No, it's not. Oh,
yeah.
Man. I'm gonna come up with a survival movie.
Keep vamping, Zach. All right.
No, I got it. I think I got it. I don't know. We might have to do an early record next week, but figure that out.
Yeah, that's fine. There it is, folks. If you want to listen to this one in full for our outline video, make sure to vote for it later on. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram at Architects of Lore on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Don't worry about it, at Arc of Lore. Follow us on TikTok at Architects of Lore. Follow us on YouTube. I believe it's Architects of Lore.
We'll find out. I don't know if we're.
What do you mean we'll find out? We have 3 videos up now.
Yeah, but you have to have like a certain amount before you can have
like a full name.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. Or email us. Remember to email us your answers to the question at architectslore@gmail.com. Also spell it right, or text us if you have our phone numbers. That's fine. Or just message us on Instagram. That's fine too. But Devin, why don't you tell the folks what Tubi classic movie
it's
we
not
are going to be watching?
I don't think. I don't know. This is actually a most hater suggestion. And I asked him if he were to ever come on, would he want us to do this movie if he were to come on? He said, I don't know. But
so you're going to do it now.
I'm going to do it now. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Is that a survival movie?
No.
No, he said it was. I haven't seen it. And he said it was a survival movie.
I mean, it's like a fantasy movie. There's not that much survival in it. I'm fine with it. Fuck it. Maybe it has more survival elements that I'm thinking of now. But I don't believe the human gets hunted or anything.
I don't know.
He's in a new situation in space. His guy.
He's got to survive.
It is. Yeah. It is the Hitchhiker's Guide for How to Survive in the Galaxy, or whatever the full title is. So, all right, we got the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and Devin will finally learn the secret of the universe.
I think it was like 42 or something. They already ruined it for me.
Why do you gotta hate everything nice in this world, Devin?
I mean, Ryan is literally the worst. This is how he goes to spoil something, and I'm gonna use give me a really, I guess we'll do Castaway as an example, and he'll be like, oh, did you get to the part where he found out that his wife married the dentist? You're like, no. What? You're like, what? That's not how you ask where you are in a movie. He did that with Critical Role so many times. It's like, so did you get to the part where Grog blah blah blah? I'm like, no, thanks for letting me know. But
did you get to the part where Scanlon left yet?
Yeah, I did.
Where are you on the Mighty Nine?
They just came up with their name, like episode 8, 9 or something.
Okay.
I don't know. Take a little break, taking a little slow. Yeah, like I'm going through survival movies. None of these lists have Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. We got Mad Max Fury Road. We got Hunger Game. We got Open Water. We got The Gray. We got The Edge, Deepwater Horizons, 33, The Pilot, 127 hours. You know what I'm not seeing?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
It's out of the box thinking like that I like from our number one hater, Ryan. Appreciate it. And that's what we're going to be watching next week for Architects of Lore. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. This will be one of our shorter episodes because, to be honest, when you strike gold in the writer's Zoom, it just happens. It just comes naturally.
Yeah, this is like an hour and 20 tight. Like
it will be 57 minutes long.
Yeah. No editing for this guy.
No editing. Devin just paused as if he.
I got it. I did do a screenshot.
All righty, Devin, why don't you take us out?
All right, folks. Thanks for listening. Goodbye. The look on Zach's face. The look on Zach's face. Pure disgust. All right, folks. If you got a story in your head and you just haven't gotten it out, do it. If it's the architect's allure and the allure architects believe in you. And if it sucks, who cares? That's what editing's for.
Fuck it. Good enough. Good night, everybody.
Bye. Hold on, let me say this before we start the show, though. Did you hear what the fucking first clue you sent me was?
No, I didn't. What was the first clue? I don't read them. That's cheating.
Sean Connery and Alec Baldwin abandoned their underwater aquatic submersible vehicle.
The Hunt for Red October. Okay.
I'm just saying, it's not very timely right now.
What was the second part? Let me see if I can
pursue model-based rocket science, even though it totes angers their coal mining daddy.
The Hunt for Red October Sky. October Sky, great fucking movie, Jake Gyllenhaal. Great movie.
Yeah. But
I don't understand why you're trying to like hone in on the fucking news cycle right now with that.
I'm just saying it'd be weird. It's just weird.
So then why did you make me have to hit record before you said that? Because you're gonna put this in the bloopers and you're gonna make me sound like a monster.
I don't think I'm going to put this in the bloopers. I said before we start the show, before I count you in.
It's already recording.
Before
you have
we
it.
recorded.
You have it.
And you ignored me because you were going off about your buzzing bullshit.
It's not bullshit. It's fucking pissing me off.
Couldn't tell. 5,
I'm gonna buy a fucking $2,000 PC and put my fucking goddamn mixer attached to this, so I'll never have to deal with any fucking buzzing because I have an XLR fucking goddamn connection instead of this flimsy ass fucking USB-C to USB-A bullshit with this MacBook Air. Folks, I need $2,000. $2,000. And some of you will be like, don't you have $2,000? And I'll be like, that's none of your business.
Don't you have $2,000? I feel like you do have $2,000.
Is it frustrating enough to buy a whole new computer just so I'd never have to deal with buzzing again? Yes, it might be at this point. Count me the fuck in. The fuck are we doing?
5, 4, 3, 2.
No, that's a bad sound effect. That's a bad.
I'm just gonna have to cut all of that out.
Why?
Because I didn't hear anything, but you did a little hand motion, and then it sounded like you were a mouse kissing me. And it was weird.
You're getting real weird tonight on this episode.
Now it's time to study in the blueprint. Yeah, that was a quick writer zoo.
120.
That was a quick writer zoo.
Well, the idea came to us. I feel like we didn't rush anything, but it was more like, all right, well, we're going to stop talking about Castaway now because clearly neither of us are like super enthralled with it. Then, all right, let's just get to what we're going to come up with creatively. It's like, here's a dire movie that we're
going to timestamp and be like, finally, boy.
Fuck yeah.